Alright guys, welcome back, and we're going to be looking at three questions similar to the one that you're looking at now. This is question 1, and they've given us two matrices, matrix A, which is 2, 3. This is a 2 by 1 matrix, so I'm just going to indicate this here. It's a 2 by 1, so I'm just going to make a note there. And matrix B, which is minus 1, 5, is also a 2 by 1 matrix. So the question involves two things. If you notice, it says determine 4A plus 2B. Now, addition is involved, and obviously addition can occur because both matrices are of the same order. And it also involves scalar multiplication of matrices as well. Now, in order to do a question like this, the recommendation would be to work these individual pieces first. So I would be looking at this one first, working 4A. Afterwards, I'll work 4B, and then apply the addition between the two results. So very often when the sign is minus, a lot of students tend to incorporate the minus into that part and then run themselves into trouble when they come back to the original problem. So my recommendation is you work this part first, that part second, and then you do the addition. So let's get into that now. So for this question here, my first step is to find, I'm going to put this over this side here so we can look at the entire problem. My first step is to find 4A. So let's try to find 4A here. So 4A would simply mean multiplying matrix A by 4. And that's there. So of course, all of these elements here, 2 and 3, will be multiplied by 4. So what I would get is 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 3 is 12. So I now know what 4A is. The next thing I need to find is 2B. So I'm going to go ahead and find 2B there. So I'm multiplying matrix B by 2 minus 1 and 5, and that should give us minus 2 and 10. Because 2 times minus 1 is minus 2, and 2 times 5 is 10. Now, seeing that I found this piece and that piece, all I need to do now is the addition. So, therefore, 4A added to 2B would simply be equal to whatever 4A is. In this case, it's 812. Just like that. And we're adding to that 2B, which is minus 2 and 10. So what would happen here is that 8 is being added to minus 2. Of course, the minus is going to take precedence there. And 12 is being added to 10. So your final answer would be 8 plus minus 2 is the same as 8 minus 2. That would give you 6. And 12 plus 10, that would give you 22. So it therefore means that 4A plus 2B would give you a result of 622. It's as simple as that. So the recommendation really is for you to do the individual pieces, and then you do whatever that is here, whether it is addition or subtraction. So that would be the solution to question 1. Let's take a look at another question. So we have given C equals that, and obviously this is a 2 by 2 matrix here. We have a 2 by 2 matrix here, and this is also a 2 by 2 matrix. So once the matrices are of the same order, then addition and subtraction can occur. So first of all, we're asked to determine 2C minus 3D, and of course, based on the recommendation, we are to find 2C first, and then go ahead and find 3D. Notice I'm saying 3D and not minus 3D. So we want to find 3D, and then we do the subtraction. So I'm going to put this over here so we can see clearly what the original question was, and then proceed to work this problem. Okay, so let's deal with the solution to this. So first thing we need to find is 2c, and 2c simply means we're multiplying matrix C by 2, and matrix C has elements 6, 2a, minus 7, and 1. So 2 times 6, that would give you 12. 2 times 2a, that would give you 4a. 2 times minus 7 is minus 14. 2 times 1, that would give you 2. And we have 2c. The next thing we need to find is 3d. As I said before, we're not finding minus 3d, we're finding 3d. So 3d would simply mean we're multiplying matrix D by 3, and matrix D is minus 8, minus a, 2, and 3. So 3 times minus 8 is minus 24. 3 times minus a is minus 3a. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. So seeing that we have the two parts now, we can simply write this back and then apply the subtraction. So therefore, 2c minus 3d simply means 2c, which is this, 12, 4a, and minus 14, and 2. We're subtracting from that 3d, which is minus 24, minus 3a, 6, and 9. So we're going to go ahead and complete the final 2 steps or so for this problem. Okay, so I'm just going to put that here so we can see more progression to the solution. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. So again, we're moving from this step, we're doing a subtraction. I like to show the steps, and as the problems get progressively more challenging, then essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be seeing the importance of having the steps there. So what we have here is 12 minus negative 24, 12 minus negative 24, and 4a minus negative 3a, 4a minus negative 3a, minus 14 minus 6, and 2 minus 9. So what we'll have here is 12 plus 24, 4a plus 3a, minus 20, minus 7 for a final answer of 36, 7a, minus 20, and minus 7. So that would be the final answer to this original problem here, where we're asked to find 2c minus 3d. Our final answer would in fact be this. Okay, so you can always pause the video or replay to catch the steps. All right. Okay, so I'm moving this out of the way now. I have one final question to look at, and this is it. So we're given 2 matrices again, and both matrices are 2 by 2 matrices. Now, the big thing is that these matrices have algebraic expressions in them, and we have to be very careful now, especially when we're dealing with a subtraction question. All right, but the procedure is going to be the same. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding 5e first, and then 4f, and then afterwards we're going to do the subtraction. Remember, we're not finding negative 4f, we're finding 4f. So we're taking it in stages. So obviously expansion is going to be involved in this, the negative sign affecting signs inside the bracket and things like that. So again, when you have a question like this, you take it in stages when you're working the question. All right, so let's see if we can do this in stages now and make sure that we're good. Okay, so I'm going to use this marker here because I know I'm writing a lot, and this is a finer point than the big one, so I get a little bit more written on the paper. So the first thing I need to find is 5e, and this means we're multiplying matrix E by 5. and matrix E is 3x minus 4, 2, 1, and y minus 1. So again, with algebraic expressions, obviously they have to be in brackets. You know this. 5 times 2 here, 5 times 1, and 5 open bracket y minus 1. All right, you take it in stages and you do that. Okay, so we expand this, so we end up with 15x minus 20, that's 10. This is 5, and that is 5y minus 5. And this is essentially what 5e is going to be equal to. So I have 5e here, right? What I need to find now is 4f. So I'm going to just ensure that we're seeing 5e here, and then we're going to go about finding 4f. So let's go ahead and try to find 4f now. So 4f simply means you're multiplying matrix f by 4, and matrix f is this, also containing algebraic expressions in it. Okay? So again, brackets must be placed around the algebraic expressions, just like this. Alright, you keep it simple and tidy, don't rush the steps, or else you're going to make mistakes. Everybody can make mistakes, yes? So we expand there, so this would be 8x minus 12 minus 20 minus 24. When we expand this, we get 8y plus 16, and that is what 4f is. Now remember this, keep this in your head, that all we're going to do is subtract the 4f from the 5e, so it's 5e minus 4f. So I'm just going to place this here. I hope everybody can see that. So we have 5e looking at up here, and we have 4f. So I'm just going to draw a line underneath them so it stands out, so we know what to use. So this is 4f, and this is 5e. And the last thing you need to do now is to simply do the subtraction, as in 5e minus 4f. So let's get that done so we can complete the solution to the problem. So what we have here, 5e minus 4f, simply means we're taking this matrix, which is 15x minus 20, 10, 5, 5y minus 5, and from that we're going to be subtracting 4f, which is this. So this would be 8x minus 12 minus 20, sorry about this gentlemen, remember the space issue, minus 24, 8y plus 16. Now remember that these need to be placed in bracket, the algebraic expressions, because it's a subtraction problem here. So we need to put those in brackets right away. So what we would have is 15x minus 20 minus 8x minus 12, and then 10 minus negative 20, 10 minus negative 20. All right. And then here 5 minus negative 24, 5 minus negative 24, and then now 5y minus 5 minus, open bracket, 8y plus 16, close bracket. So these negative signs will change the signs inside the bracket for the algebraic expressions. All right. So it's equal to 15x minus 20 minus 8x plus 12, and obviously this is 10 plus 20, so we can understand that this is 5 plus 24, and of course here now 5y minus 5 minus 8y minus 16, and all that's left for us to do is group the like terms, and simplify from there. So I'm going to remove these, running out of space. I'm going to put this across here so we can see what's happening. And we need to wrap up the solution to this problem on this last sheet. All right. So here, what we're going to do is just group the like terms. So what we're going to have is, we need to group the like terms here. So it would be 15x minus 8x minus 20 plus 12. 10 plus 20 is 30. Here, 5 plus 24 is 29. Group the like terms here, 5y minus 8y minus 5 minus 16 to give us a final answer of 15x minus 8x is 7x. Minus 20 plus 12, that's minus 8. 30 here, 29. 5y minus 8y is minus 3y. And you O and you O. Minus 5 minus 16 is minus 21. So that would be your final answer. So what you're going to do for me, you're going to review this video as many times as you wish, right? And follow the steps carefully. And this is how we approach questions that involve addition or subtraction as well as scalar multiplication of matrices. I hope you found this video insightful, and I'll see you guys on the next video.